And in this footage, you can see the pec coming off the bone. And I'm going to slow it down for you here. And it's very sad to see. So Mike of the Tren Twins just suffered a devastating injury while doing a very heavy bench press, 500-600 pounds. No. And in this footage, you can see the pec coming off the bone. And I'm going to slow it down for you here. And it's very sad to see. And I've gotten to know the Tren Twins behind the scenes, and they're good guys. And to see them suffer through something like this, I'm trying to give them words of encouragement, because not only is this a physical injury, but the mental aspect of it all is probably the biggest obstacle. And I see so many people making videos saying, don't bench press, you're gonna get hurt, you don't need to bench press, it doesn't build muscle, just use machines, right? They're all saying this. And I gotta say, and I'm sure many of you share the same feelings as I do about it. When I was a kid, what did you do? You bench pressed, right? Even with that shitty weight machine set, the sand weights, the bench that was wobbling all over, you didn't know if it was gonna crumble underneath you while you're lifting, right? It's always been a staple, and it still is till now for me. So the bench press is something that I love, and I know many people love doing the bench press, but I also think there's a safe way to do it. I don't go to the gym and put as much weight on the bar and try to lift it 1 or 2 times. If I can't do it 10 times, 15 times, I don't do it. So I don't do heavy weight on the bench, but I still do it, and I know it's a useful tool for me. So unless you're a power lifter, I don't suggest doing a max bench, because injuries like this can happen. But saying that, when you're doing heavy ass weight like this, do you think it matters that it's the bench press or a squat or a machine or a deadlift? Doesn't matter what you're doing. Injuries can happen when you're doing this type of weight going for max reps. So I remember a story. Jerry Ward, great human being. Rest in peace. I wish I got to know him better before he passed, and I know so many of us miss him on YouTube every day. You know, he was a big part of the industry. And I gotta say, you know, there's a story that always stuck out in my mind related to this. And remember, he wouldn't do the bench press because he had to work around injuries. But then one day he's like, you know, I want to see how much I can do on the bench. I haven't done it in years. Let me go try to do a max, right? And I remember his wife was telling him, Aaron, don't do it. You're going to get injured. He goes, no, don't worry. I want to film it. I want to put it on YouTube, right? So he goes to the gym. He loads up the weights on the sides. He puts it down and boom, tears his pec. So I remember watching his videos, how devastated he was to get injured. But I remember talking to his wife, Erin. She told me, John, she goes, there wasn't a day that he missed from the gym because of that injury. He worked around that injury, and he stayed mentally strong, and how important it was for him to stay mentally strong to get over that injury. So that story about Jerry always stuck out in my mind. Even me, when I tore my bicep, it took me a year to heal. But I trained around it. I never missed workouts because I knew how important it was to stay mentally strong. And that's the message that I want to give to Mike. To stay mentally strong. Don't sit at home and say, fuck it, I'm going to wait for myself to heal. No. If you do that, you'll cripple your mind.